everyone could find their seats. Let's get a little bit quiet. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Tonight is our second grade Sherish Shabbat service. So they're going to be leading lots of it, but it also means a couple of things. It means we're going to shorten the service versus usual, but I'm also not going to leave out the fun things I've been doing, which is the history lessons, the letters from the congregation, and the pop music related to somebody who died during the week. So those things are still going to happen, but the rest of the service will be somewhat abbreviated, or quite a bit abbreviated. We're going to begin on page 12 with Romamu. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu behar kodsho. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu behar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. All right, so the first song or prayer, that is going to be led by our Kita Bet class, is L'Chadodi, page 15. So Kita Bet, come on up there.
I need the key.
Now, I will explain this one part now while they're standing up there, at least some of them. They're dressed in a particular way, although it's kind of hard to tell, but this week's Torah portion is about the Mishkan, the portable tabernacle in the sanctuary. So they are dressed in either or red, blue, purple, and gold. You'll see all those colors. Also, I'm adding the red and blue. That's why I have a pocket square related to, because that's the only way I can get all the colors in there. All right. So, L'Chadodi. We're going to do the first verse and the last verse. We turn to page 18 for the welcoming of the Shabbat bride. Ro'i v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, tov emei am segula, ro'i kala. Prince, Hamakom Nechem B'Tov Shar V'Leit Zion Yerushalayim. May God comfort you with all the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. You can go back and sit down, but don't get comfortable because you're coming up like you're going to be up and down, up and down. Actually, I said you may be seated, but actually you can go back for seats. We're going to stand. We're going to do the Baruch Hu on page 22. Page 22.
I know. Huh? Yeah.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai, Amen. We're on page 23, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bivaro, ma'ariv aravim. This is about us appreciating the beauty of the stars at night. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. 24. Ahavat olam. Page 25, and once again call upon Kita Bet to come on up to the bima to lead us in the Shema. Come on up. And I'm sorry they're so far away and unmiked, but it's just, it's all a COVID issue. Can't quite gather them around here, all bunched up. Shema בחרתך, בשבתך ובביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאור כל עבדיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך. We're going to jump to page 32 from Micha Mocha. ומלכותו ברצון גדול להם, משה בני ישראל אחר שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם. מיכה מוכה, באלים אדוני, מיכה מוכה נדר בקודש, אורה תהילה, עושה פלא, נורא תהילה. Oh, say that. We haven't worked on this one yet with that grade. Machutecha ra'u banecha bokeh hayam b'nei Moshe Ze'eli anu ve'ameru Adonai lo le'olam va'ed Baruch ata Adonai ga'al Yisrael. 1, 2, 3, 4. Micha mocha Page 33. You know the one afterwards. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu Neshama V'Amideinu Malkeinu L'chaim. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu Neshama V'Amideinu Malkeinu. This side of the room first. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom. V'Amideinu Malkeinu. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom. Rosalini Sukkot Shlomecha, Baruch Atah Adonai, HaPorei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, V'Kol Yisrael, V'Al Yerushalayim. We stand up for the covenant of Shabbat V'Shamru. All right. Your seats for a minute.
For a minute.
Hatzi Cottage, page 35. Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Shumei Rabba. Yamadi Rahu, Tegam Lit Mafute. Be'ayeh, Hanukkah. U'ayeh, Obey Israel. Ba'agala, Uvizman Kari, Vimeru. Yeheshmei Rabba Mevora. Le'olam Me'omaya Yitbarach Yitbarach Vishtabach V'Barir Mam V'Naseh V'Tadar V'Taleh V'Talal Shmei Kudishah Le'lam Yimko Berchata V'Shirata Tushbechata V'Nem Chemata Damiran Be'alma Nimeru. Please rise for the Amidah. Yeah, I shouldn't have sat you down, but either way, we're going to do this silently, pages 37 through 48.
Bet, come back up again. Kita Bet, come back up.
And if you're done with your private Amidah, you can be seated. If not, continue. some of their thoughts on Shabbat by their teacher.
Yeah.
Stay standing. And I will repeat, if you weren't here at the beginning, they're dressed in various shades of blue, red, purple, and gold for the Mishkan, the portable tabernacle in the wilderness, the colors of it. And so they are reflecting that. So together they look like the Mishkan.
Yeah, come down and show your picture, okay? Shabbat Shalom. In class, we talked about Shabbat and what it means to each and every one of us. And these wonderful children spoke about their favorite parts of Shabbat and the things they remember and think about when they think about Shabbat. It was very interesting. So I'd like to start with Ariana. So I'm going to read you what she said. She's going to show you the pictures she made. Ariana said, Shabbat means spending time with family and friends. Thank you, Ariana. And Dahlia. Come on up, Dahlia. Hold on. Show your lovely picture. And Dahlia said, on Shabbat, I feel happy since I'm with my family and they don't look at their phones. Shabbat is a night when my family is all together. It is a peaceful night. Thank you, Dahlia. And now, Doug, will you come up, please? And show your beautiful picture. And Doug said, I feel free to do what I want. I don't have to worry on Shabbat. Thank you, Doug. Emmanuel is not here, but I'm going to read what Emmanuel said anyway. She said, I like Shabbat because it means being with my family and celebrate being Jewish. Ella? Yes, sweetheart, show that. Ella said, Shabbat means the brightness of the candles and the taste of challah. It also means having peace. Thank you, Ella. Gideon. Thank you, Gideon. Show it, turn it around so that we can see. Gideon said, my mom makes a really good challah. She makes the best challah in the world. Thank you, Gideon. Milana. Hopefully you'll see these up close. They're wonderful, really. Milana says, when it's time for dismissal on Fridays, the second I step out the door, I know it's the weekend and it's Shabbat, and I don't have homework. Shabbat is freedom from work. I like that my mom makes my sister and my favorite dinner on Shabbat: chicken, roast potatoes, and challah. Thank you, honey. Mila. And Mila wrote, I like Shabbat because my whole family is at the table and I get to say the blessing over the wine. Thank you, Mila. Nolan? Nolan's not here. I will read what Roland said. He said, on Shabbat, you get to rest. And after, it's a new week. I like the food we eat on Shabbat. My family gets a really good challah, and I like the grape juice. Paloma. Paloma said, Shabbat means that my mother makes challah, and the smell and taste are so wonderful. Rafi? And Rafi said, I really like the challah, and that I have free time to play infinite video games. And I get to see my friends. Thank you, Rafi. Samara? This beautiful picture. Samara said, I like the flicker of the candles, the smell of challah baking, and helping my mom. What comes to mind when I think of Shabbat is our beautiful challah cover. Thank you, Samara. And Shai is not here, but I'm going to read what Shai wrote. She said, I like Shabbat because it means spending time with my family and no one is on the computer. And Sai doesn't seem to be here either. And Sai said, I like coming to Shabbat services here on Shabbat since it's really fun to play at childcare. And I think what's interesting to note about what each one of these children had to say, the overriding theme was they loved the taste of the challah, the smells of the food, and they love that the family is together on Shabbat. I'm imagining that when these young people grow up to be middle-aged and older, these are some of the memories they're going to keep with them their whole life through, and hopefully pass them on to the families that they create. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And before I have you go back down to your parents, I just want to say Yasher Koach to this beautiful, wonderful class, and especially to their teacher, Gail Tabak, who was like a gift from God, from Hashem for us. We had a few fits and starts trying to get a teacher for this class, and we ended up with just an incredible one. We are so lucky. Thank you for sharing your gifts with these amazing children. And you can see that from the beauty of their pictures to their choreography to their thoughts. Right, this is really an outstanding group. So Yasher Koach, and why don't you go to your moms and dads, or anybody else that's with you. And I want you to let them put their hands on your head, and you're going to bless them. And there may be some grandparents here too. We're going to say, Yisimcha Elohim k'Ephraim v'chi Menashe, Yisimech Elohim k'Sar Rivka Rachel v'Leah, Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Yeronai p'nav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisad Adonai p'nav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May God lift the divine face toward you and grant you peace. Amen. 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 All right, so I'm now going to do the adult part of the service, which means I'm going to be reading a letter that I found in our files, our historical files, that tells us a little something about what we were and even who we are. Before I read the letter, a couple quick stories. A certain mouse has been in the news a lot lately, but it turns out that I may or may not have seen a rat here, not in the sanctuary, but perhaps somewhere else on the synagogue property. Terrified of them myself. And so I called Joe. I said, I saw a rat. He said, well, did you bar mitzvah them? And that's an old joke, which he knows, which is if you have a rodent problem, a mice or rat problem, you bar mitzvah them, because once you do that, we know after you bar mitzvah someone or bat mitzvah someone, you never see them again. So this letter has something to do with that. The letter is dated May 23rd, 1974. It's from the cantor Simon Cohen, writing to Miss Dana Gilbert. I hope you have forgotten that you did not pick up a Bible at the time of your bat mitzvah. It has long since arrived, and I had been hoping to see you personally to give it to you, but I've decided to wait no longer. Therefore, please come by to pick up your inscribed copy. It would help if you brought your certificate along so that I can check the Hebrew names and dates on the dedication page. Cordially, Simon G. Cohen, Cantor. P.S. If you have any unreturned tikkunim, haftarah booklets, prayer books, yarmulkes, etc., please perform the additional mitzvah of returning them. We need them. So, anyway, these kids are so enthusiastic tonight. I hope we can retain that as it goes forward, even to their even through post-bar bat mitzvah, through their teenage years, which many of them do, but not all of them. Anyway, you get the idea, and I thought it'd be a fun letter to read tonight. All right, please rise for the Aleinu, page 57. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon HaKol b'teiknu b'yotzer b'reishit shelo asanu k'kriyei ha'aratzo velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu k'chol ha'avonam v'nachnu norim u'mitzrachavim u'olim v'fenei Shehu notei shamayim ve'yoseh haaretz u'moshev yekaro b'shamayim mima'al u'shchinatu zo v'govei merobim u'Eloheinu e'edod emet malkeinu efes kakatu b'torato ידעת היום והשיבותם אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל והארץ מתחתינו ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. We may be seated as we lovingly recall the memory of our departed relatives and friends whose yortzites we observe during the coming week. These next 3 weeks will be the shortest list you can ever imagine. That's because we're in a leap year, which means there are 2 Hebrew months of Adar. The second one we consider being the real month. So only if you died in the first month of Adar in these leap years does your name get read on the yortzeit. Otherwise, it'll wait till in a year. If you died during a year where there's no leap extra month, then it's read during the second Adar. So it's a long way of saying the list is short. We're thinking especially tonight of Robert Bernstein, Philip Samuel Frucht, Harry Goldenhar, Celia Goldstein, Sylvia Hertz, Sigmund Kaplan, Gilbert Muth, Nancy von Kugelgen, Regina Weiss. We are in the Shloshim, the 30-day mourning period for Sherman Golub, the father of Seth Golub, and our thoughts are with you, Seth, and Harvey, and we're in the Shiva for Harvey Jacobs, the father of John Jacobs. The memories of all of them are with us, and we ask all those who are in mourning or observing yortzeit, as well as anyone else who would choose to do so, to rise for the mourner's Kaddish. At this time, it is on page 61. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach yiruteh, v'amlich malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayerechol beit Yisrael, v'galav v'zman kariv v'imru, amen, yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach, v'olam l'omei homaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'pa'ar v'yitgromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei kudsha b'richu la'elam yinkol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran v'yalma v'imru Yehei shlama rabba mit shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'el kol Yisrael v'imru Oseh shalom v'imromah u'yaseh shalom aleinu v'el kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Zichnonam livracha. May the memory of the people that you've come to say Kaddish for, may they be a blessing to you always. Standing in the memory of you. All right, so first thank yous. I want to thank our fabulous teacher, Gail Tabak, and our fabulous educator, Susan Simon, for helping prepare this class tonight. I want to thank our streamer, the person who makes everyone who's watching, makes it all possible, Josh Mailman. I want to thank our greeters, the Kalani Feigelson family, the board greeters, with 2 very small children in tow. We really appreciate that. Some announcements. We have tomorrow's services are at 9:30. There's also Tfilat Yeladim at 10. This is the right age for that, right? So come on back. Tomorrow it will be in the courtyard, the mini courtyard between the chapel and the Kita Bet Beit Sefer classroom.
Right, and it's the new time, 10 a.m.
10 a.m. at 10. And otherwise we have, the regular things basically happening. Next Friday night, there will be 2 people finishing their conversion process and will be getting their Hebrew names at services. Quite exciting. And next Saturday, May Goldman becomes Bat Mitzvah. She's right there. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Yeah, exactly. And I think that is it for the announcement. So, let me grab my guitar. We're going to do 2 closing songs. The second one, Kita Bet's going to come back up and do, but not yet. Because the first one, if somebody dies, generally a musician who dies, I play one of their songs. I try to make it appropriate for services that have a religious theme. It doesn't always. Now, this one is not a famous musician, but someone who's associated with a song. Howard Hessman died this week. For those who, I realize some of you parents are much younger, but for those who are close to my age, that is the DJ on WKRP in Cincinnati, Johnny Fever. And so, you didn't know this, but there's like 4 verses to this song. So I know it's a bit silly, but this is what I've been doing since the pandemic started. And I'm enjoying it, my mom's enjoying it, so it's gonna keep happening. Pastor Karen Stepko enjoys it. It's true. Okay. And then one more song from Beth. Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, WKRP. Got tired of packing and unpacking, town to town, up and down the dial. Maybe you and me were never meant to be. Just maybe think of me once in a while. Heading up the highway, leaving you behind. Hardest thing that I've ever had to do. Broke my heart in 2, but baby, pay no mind. The price for finding me was losing you. Memories help me hide my lonesome feeling. Far away from you and feeling low. It's getting late, my friend, how I miss you so. Take good care of you, I've gotta go. So baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, WKRP. I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati. So, little fun for you. And that's Howard Hessman, and we miss him, and the song kind of can describe his leaving the world. Karen and I also met in Cincinnati, so important to us as well. And the Bengals are in the Super Bowl for the first time not playing the 49ers. Shame. But what are you going to do? All right, so we're going to conclude with Kita Bet. We're going to sing Lo Isagoy, leaving us with a feeling of Shabbat peace and friendship. Shabbat Shalom! And let's be safe and careful out there.